All right, morning and welcome. We have gone on to game 2 of the losers finals match. CharlesJarls with 1 game to Kamerson 0. The winner of this best of 3 moves on to the grand finals where they await Kilvaris. Joining me on comms today is Verdant Ash. Morning and welcome.
Morning. It's a great day to watch some donk. Lazy Sunday, but maybe not so lazy for our runners. Gotta get done fast.
That is the name of the game here, and of course both these players are effectively titans in the DK64 Randomizer.com community. They have fought their way through several rounds of qualifiers and all the way through a top 32 bracket to get to this position.
Top 3's no joke. Every single one of these runners was in the top 8 seeds at the beginning. Got seed 3 and seed 7, with seed 4 waiting in the finals, and getting to top 3 in placement overall is, well, it means that you're pretty good.
Let's go ahead and switch over to our layout, shall we? Our race layout. And here are our starting moves. And if you're a runner and you see these starting moves, you're thinking to yourself, one 3-letter word that starts with a J.
I'm not saying it. I got people with bingo cards out there, and I'm not saying it, but I kind of want to almost curse it. I want to be here for a while, which means, you know, if I want that, we might not be. So maybe we will be. Some reverse psychology going on. But Blast and Coconut with DK to start, depending on the level, if we get Jades first, if we get Castle first, there's a lot of things that you can do with those moves. I think there's going to be a good, solid chance that there's some moves locked behind at least one of those 2 moves, if not both.
Yeah, and of course with the DK start, you know you're going to be rolling around very quickly. And Tiny is just a really good Kong to start as well here. Speaking of starting, we are about 20 seconds away here.
Yeah, I mean, having Tiny means you have that one of the 2 Kongs who has a good backflip. So you're able to. This setup is my favorite setup for starting Kongs, moves notwithstanding. Just because you get that fast movement with DK, and DK can ledge grab. It's a little harder than the other 2, but he can ledge grab, and so Tiny plus DK means you can get up to places you can otherwise not get to if you had 2 of the non-backflip Kongs.
All right, we're off. We are going straight here. And remember, they're going. This is not a usual starting route, but you have coconut guns, so you're going to be getting that K. Rool Island coconut cage. We have a Chunky and Diddy.
So we are looking for 3 moves for Helm as opposed to the regular 2. It's always a bit of a slowdown depending on how things go. Galleon ships for Chunky Lanky, and that's about all I saw. I saw Galleon shops to 5 maybe as well, but I think Charles took a screenshot.
Yeah, this is always the rough part of us as commentators here, trying to get through those first 2 screens. I have the first one though here. So we got Galleon shops is just Chunky and Lanky. Aztec Fairy in the Llama Temple is way of the Horde. Testing area is key too, so we have an early factory. And then we also have Foolish Caverns, or Galleon Caverns.
Okay. Those are some pretty good hints.
And then when Kamerson checks the hints 20 minutes from now, we'll see what the other page is.
Yeah, we have 2 runners with differing strategies. One of them checks hints early, but takes screenshots to write them down over time. The other one only checks hints when he has like 8 bananas, I think. So...
Ooh, that is a 6 golden banana level 2. I would say it's slightly above average, but nothing too crazy there.
I was predicting Aztec would be in the first 2, but with Factory level 2, it's going to be very hard for it to beat the case because we need to find Vines or Coral somewhere on the house here quickly before we went in.
First look at training grounds, both runners opting to check it out. Slightly stronger to come here at the beginning just because you have those DK coins in the back. If you don't start with DK, you'll see a lot of runners opt to not do this, especially if you don't have vines.
Yeah, and I find a lot of runners will even go like, if you have a good like level early that gives you coins like factory, maybe you don't come here, but there's some risk, I think, with possible Aztec level 1. When you see that hint, you go, oh, I have Blast, I can do that fairy that's being referenced right away. If it is Aztec level 1, I really want to be able to just come and get like Vines or Twirl early. I don't want to miss out on that move, because especially Twirl, because Twirl has so many good uses. But it won't be that, it's probably something else here. We have Forest. Okay, there's the first page of hints.
See, Kamerson's going nice and slow for us commentators. I like you. Thank you, Kamerson. Gallon Metal Rewards is key 5. Jape's Stormy Tunnel
Chunky Lanky.
is Chunky Lanky.
Chunky's Kasplat in Forest, and Diddy found by Chunky in Forest. So we might be able to find 2 of our Kongs right away. We can get most Kasplats.
Oh, here we go. So Factory Shops is 7 Chunky. Aztec Dirt Oasis. Underground is Chunky Lanky, and I missed that last one. Jape's Underground. Yeah, Jape's Chunky. Okay, so now we can kind of see there's kind of a gigapath forming here. So Galleon Shops, Jape, Stormy Tunnels, Castle Underground, all on the path to the same thing here, Lanky and Chunky.
So what was the third Lanky Chunky one? There was Galleon Shops and there was Stormy Tunnel, but
it was Castle Underground was the last one.
Okay, so my thought is something along the lines of Barrels is in Galleon Shops or something like that, if Galleon's level 3. And then... But no, but it wouldn't be that, because Barrels has to be buried. Unless it leads to Trombone, too, but we don't need Trombone for that. Well, yeah, we do. Oh, man, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think there's we don't know really too much about what's happening here. The interesting thing here is Galleon Shops is Sphere 0, so that's something to keep in mind. So if we end up getting Galleon semi early, like a level 3, for instance, like there could be some kind of cook there, like that could involve like a training move.
It's a 1-3 to be Sphere 0. 2 of the Galleon Shops are locked by Peanut.
Sphere 0, Sphere not 0, same thing, except they're different.
Well, I mean, for me, when I look at that hint, I go, okay, which one is going to lead to the others? Because I kind of want to try and do it in order, if I can. And my first thought is, oh, Galleon Shops, Sphere 0, that's probably the one that leads forward. That's why I was thinking, oh, what can I take from Galleon Shops to maybe Stormy Tunnel to do something? But if it is behind Peanuts, it could be like a Kasplat and Stormy Tunnel has Peanuts. Peanuts lead you to a Galleon Shop, and then that one is a move that lets you do something in Underground. Maybe with Coconut we have Grab. We could find Barrels on... it couldn't be Barrels because we're missing a level for that. That's the other thing too. We have 3 levels involved in this, and none of them are showing up in our first 2. So actually, this Lanky can't refer to Barrels, can it? It has to refer to Trombone.
I think you may be right for sure. There's just too many levels hinted in that gigapath that I feel like Barrels may or may not be involved. I mean, there's still a possibility, but it's likely it's not pointing to one of them, or it's probably not pointing to Barrels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
oh
like it's
no,
possible.
Charles! Oh, no! Cam fall! Oh no, Cam, there wasn't anything up there, but Charles with the death. If you have cringe death on your bingo board, you better mark that one off.
We're calling that one cringe now. That's the unfortunate thing with that trick. If you failed a couple times, I almost always go like, after 3 attempts at it, I just want to quit because I don't want to die accidentally and switch. And you always go, oh, well, I can just bail out if I'm at one well. But if you get the trick and you're inside it, it's hard to get out too.
So interesting thing here that Kamerson's doing is climbing the mushroom. I'm not 100% sure if Charles is going to do the same thing, but Kamerson, known to be a pretty thorough player, loves to make this decision, especially if Forest is early on. You'll almost always see him climbing Forest to get to the top.
I think Charles is going to backflip up here to get this flat.
Ooh, that was right there too. That was interesting.
Yeah, and I think it has a lot less to do for about like whether you want to be thorough on mushroom stuff, and more about like so many of the flats are in the mushroom, and you really want to find Chunky, so you're kind of doing this almost every time regardless, right?
And there he is.
There's the boy.
Yeah, I did. I just remembered, even though I totally wrote it down, that a Forest flat had Chunky, so that's where he was.
And then, even better than that, Chunky finds Diddy here. So we have two separate checks that we can do right this second that could hold Diddy. We have the minecart and Chunky's medal. The other ones are not doable. Pull requires like 3 moves right now for us to do.
Come on,
inside
baby minecart.
Baby minecart. Minecart has...
Oh, just a golden banana.
Could still be on the metal.
Yeah, Charles is going to do a really interesting path here, right? Because now he's just going to climb the mushroom again and get all these bananas.
Definitely.
Probably feels bad, but like, actually no, he's collecting them. Yeah, this is gonna feel bad because you're effectively climbing the mushroom twice here. But like, if Diddy's here, then you have Diddy really early.
I really like Cam's path here. Cam was like, I think it's possible I might be able to get Diddy after getting Chunky here. So I'm gonna go mushroom side first instead of going mills first, even though I have a gun. Climb all the way up, hit the 5 warp, probably get Chunky, but maybe I won't. But even if I don't, I'm gonna go over to mills afterward with Chunky via the minecart if I find him. Get those bananas there, and then because I've only climbed it once, I can use the 5 warp when I return to come back up, and then like scale down with Chunky to finish on the middle, and probably save quit out.
And going down the mushroom just definitely feels a lot better and is faster. So, all right, we got some more hints here. So Isles,
Lobby.
Fairy, Factory Lobby, Prod Room, Key, Chunky.
Okay. Factory Cranky Chunky. And Lanky's on a dirt. There's only one dirt patch left, right?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of Isles dirt patches, right? You got.
Well, we did.
You have the vines locked one.
Right,
Then you also have the one in Forest, or one outside the level 5 entrance. Then you have one. Well, if Castle Dirt is in play.
Oh, yeah. But
and then also you have the top of the Aztec lobby, vanilla Aztec lobby. So there's potentially a lot of options.
But Lanky's the one locked by those, and Lanky is logically required for both Castle's dirt patch and the top of the Aztec
yeah,
dirt
that's
patch.
Right.
So
that's
the
a
only
huge amount.
Yeah, the only two in logic are the one behind Vines and the one from the thing. I actually forgot about the Vines one. You remember about that. As I was saying, like, oh, there's only one, but no, you're right. It absolutely is 2. It's Vines or the other.
Yeah, so me considering the other ones is complete rando brain rot, where I totally forgot that you logically the skipping isn't part of it. I think Charles is still wanting to go for Chunky's medal here, which is why he's stuck around here quite a long time. He is going to be finishing up here shortly by getting the 5 bunch on the thing here on top of the race.
He's also going to do the race. Well, he's going to go into the race because he didn't check it.
Oh, okay. Well, not on the medal. So Kamerson get a little bit of a payout here by not getting the medal with Chunky.
So, left is the pineapple block inside the mushroom, the apple rescue, and what is Chunky? Oh, the Mills barrel one, the carrying the barrel. I forget what it's called. It's the winch whole area one. Two of those require barrels, which is interesting.
All right, key 2 in factory testing as expected.
That's a mini locked white potion in arcade over there.
You know what? I was about to say it's kind of a rarity to not have found a single move yet, but right as I was about to say it, we turned the corner. There's guitar.
We need that one. Diddy's on our list.
All right, it's counting time, chat. Let's see you do good today.
I believe in chat. They know how to count.
Charles now checking the boss to make sure this isn't a chunky boss locking Diddy. It is. Oh, this could be Diddy.
I do this too often.
Oh, there he is. There he is. It's boss time.
I swear. Wait, puff toss or cutout? What do you think?
Puff toss. Yes. I totally didn't say that right as puff toss appeared on my screen. No way. All right, well, Charles is getting paid out by sticking around a little bit longer.
Yeah, and I hope Cam doesn't do the thing that I do, which is forget that bosses can hold Kongs and then that they're hinted that way. I have lost several a seed going, why can't I find my Kong? It has to be behind this stupid location, and realizing, actually, oh no, 20 minutes later, it could be on the boss, and I go back, it's on the boss, and I'm like, oh, okay,
well, he better not forget. If he forgets, he's gonna get eliminated.
Yep, it's not ideal. But with Diddy being this early locked, it does open up the dirt behind key 4 to the lanky. That one's obviously logically only accessible kind of level 4, so it's very difficult to for that one to be anything but your 5th Kong. I think it can be your 4th Kong. I think.
We don't have any sort of key 4 hint either, so it's just something we'll need to keep in the back of our minds for now.
Mm-hmm. But definitely, like, as soon as any of these runners finds vines, they are running immediately to the back of the aisles.
Alright, we have attempt number 2 by Charles here. Will he get it? Oh, we got more hints though, so we better really read those. So testing is key 8. It's probably our guitar.
Guitar, right? Yeah. So probably means guitar doesn't want anything else, which is nice to know. That factory can spot
whole tree is 3 potions.
And forest metals is key 4. Well, okay. So Cam's gonna get bailed out probably here and have to go back to forest metals to get key 4 anyway.
Yeah.
The real question is, does Diddy have key 4, and does Charles possibly unlock that at this point?
Yeah, I have a feeling Charles probably thinks he's behind now because of that mistake, that death warp he had. So, because like he hasn't seen the hint yet, but as long as he sees it, I think he's going to be aggressively pushing from here on out. We have a hunky chunky in a factory shop, and now this was the factory cranky chunky that was hinted. So.
And we know we need that because we have Chunky K rule. So we don't have any indication that move is needed for anything else in particular, just because we don't have any paths about it, but certainly we probably shouldn't ignore key checks either. It's answered, but not necessarily fully fulfilled in all its uses. No. In fact, none of the levels we have access to do anything with the chunky lanky path at all. Japes, Galleon, and Castle all have that particular path.
All right, so, but something I do want to note, though, is Factory Shops was hinted to Key 7 on top of Chunky Phase. So there's a rare hunky chunky locked key somewhere in the game that we need to get to K. Rool.
I expect to see more Key 7 hints, or possibly not any more Key 7 hints. We'll get like a better sense of where that is. Most hunky chunky checks are locked by many other things, but there are a couple that are not very locked, like the barrel and aspect, for example.
Alright, Kamerson will definitely be going to production room as it was hinted. It'd be silly not to. I just want to get some coins up here, get a peek at the top. Our production room thing is not going to be there.
Towards Chunky's metal pretty aggressively too.
Now, if the item in production room is on the Diddy Spring, that could be catastrophic for Cam, because that means he's going to have to come back here at some point. While Charles is going to naturally route that in, just because he already has Diddy.
Very true. Do we know if Charles took a look at the block power either?
No clue.
Okay, because I know that Cam skipped that. It's not on Chunky's switch. Charles peeked it? Okay.
Alright, only 3 more things that Kamerson can get in here. Oh, there's possibly what that's hinting to. It is Key 8.
Yeah, 8 and Chunky. If that were the case, it would have to be Gone it hints to, because the other Chunky hint that we know is not connected to this one does not have 8 on its thing. So that one has to refer to Punch somehow. So Vines lock Gorilla Gone unless somehow Gorilla Gone is just in here, or another move is in here that's referring to it.
Cam's stream buffered a little bit. It looks like he fell down production room, so almost lucky that his stream buffered so we didn't have to see it.
Yeah, chat, you don't have to put that on your bingo card because you didn't see it on stream.
Yep, that's how it works.
Broad false brackets secret.
Oh, nice maneuver there. If he fell down again, the bingo carders would have, 1, actually checked it off, and 2, that would have been very bad.
Yeah. Definitely don't want to fall a second time. Everyone gets 1, like you said.
Charles is now caught up on hints, so he's probably sitting okay at the moment.
Yeah, I think they have different kind of advantages right now. Really a question for me of... Oh!
Well, Forest Diddy Metal's almost certainly going to be Key 4. Storage is a Gigapath, it looks like. So we have 7, 8, Chunky, Lanky. So there's a start of that page, or thing potentially. Jape Street Diddy item.
Pineapple? Is that pineapple? I think it needs to be pineapple. So, hear me out, right? 8 and, 8 and Chunky in production refers to Vines. We know we have Chunky Underground hinted. That one requires Vines, but it also requires Pineapple. The only other overlap we see, because now we know we got a 7 and Chunky who was Hunky, right? And we have another Chunky that doesn't fit. So this one would have gone. So I think plus Chunky gives 7. And Pineapple plus Vines gives Gone somehow. So I think Gone is on Jape's Underground Chunky, and I suspect with Pineapple and Hunky, that means right? Is there any other Pineapple plus Hunky check?
I'm sorry. I'm sure your cook was really nice, but the crusher room and factory production room just totally drowned you out. But
I'm so sorry.
The fact of the matter is that the TLDRs, we highly suspect that it's going to be underground is going to be the key to this whole thing in Japes.
Yeah, I think Storage Arcade has Pineapple, Underground has Gone, and Full Rescue has Key 7. That's my thought.
Alright, so Japes Free Diddy is a way of the Horde here, so this is gonna be an easy one to get, and also Japes Stormy Tunnels. Now, depending on where it is in Japes Stormy Tunnels, like it could be Orangutan Lock, so that's something to keep in mind in this path as well.
Yeah, agree. But I think that's the only check in Stormy Tunnels we can't do because we have Coconut, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we can do it, but not logically, right?
Correct. So we are getting it because we're good players no matter what. I hope that we will be getting whatever the Stormy Tunnels thing is regardless.
I wonder if it's barrels. No, I don't think it can be barrels if my cook is right. Could be. I really am interested to see what that hint is. I have zero idea what the Stormy Tunnels is.
Ooh, we got a 3-pack, but there's a potion that we cannot buy. Charles is going to be able to get it, though, when he comes.
I wonder if Cam's put together that Diddy kind of has to be early now. Like, we're looking at, like, Key 4 probably on Diddy Metal with the Key 4 Forest Hint and the hinted Forest Diddy Metal. We're looking at a Diddy Potion in level 3 here. Could be something important to unlock things. I wonder if this pushes Cam back towards Forest to maybe check the boss and the metal.
Oh, there's a key there.
Ooh.
Was that hinted? I don't think that was hinted.
No, I don't think so either.
Now, this kind of sucks, because the more Diddy things that Cam finds that he can't do right now, the more time he's going to be losing to Charles. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out.
Oh, was that Diddy's cake?
Yes.
Oof.
There's diving on the free Diddy item that was hinted Way of the Horde.
Do we have a Key 5 hint?
Key 5, yes, it's on Galleon Metal Rewards. That's the only hint.
Okay. So I think that key has to be Key 6.
Oh, it's that an Orangutan Lock check?
Oh my god.
Welcome to bonus stage.
So what is this? All right, chat. Get your answers in. Show your prediction skills. What potion's up here on the hillside? Call your shot, chat.
So we know Orangutan's going to be earlier on in this path at some point.
Assuming this is the move and we're not getting like debated and it's like,
yeah,
you know, it's not like on the ferry behind Coconut or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like a third melon or something.
Mm-hmm. Which, for the record, I'm seeing a lot of third melon guesses in chat. Ammo belt. Chat? I saw an orange throwing. We already have orange throwing. That's a...
Okay, well, Grape sure gets you access to an area with 3 potions, so...
If you get lanky.
Yes. And Super Simian Slam on a medal.
Okay. Here's Charles taking his vines back to here. So if this is Lanky, we have all 5 Kongs. If not, then Lanky's on the key... The Key 4 Lobster in Isles. Whatever says.
Looks like he is. Still not bad news for believers, though, because, like, we know where Key 4 is going to be. So it seems like a pretty straightforward path to Lanky from here on out. There could be some curveballs. We don't know that yet, but it seems like it's going to be once we get Key 4, which we know where it is right now. Effectively, it's going to be on Forest Diddy's metal. That's going to lead us to Lanky.
I don't blame Cam for full checking this area either. At worst, it's some really quick checks that could have gold bananas, and at best, you maybe find a different item besides grape that could be what your path is. Although I think grape's a pretty good answer.
Cam never checked the Diddy's Kasplat. Hopefully he remembers to do that.
Huh.
Maybe he'll get it on the way out here.
Yeah, he's heading over that direction. Oh yeah, you know what? He's gonna get the dirt on the hill while checking this.
Yeah, that would make sense.
At least I hope so.
Right, survey says. Survey says we got another batch of hints. Caves Chunky Metal, which we do have a. That's going to be Path to Key 8 and Chunky. You also have 5-door ship yielding 1 potion. Main Isles Foolish, not a very common one. And wrapping it off with, guess what? Another boss fight. Galleon boss has something.
Boss, interesting. Galleon boss could be like Rocket Burn, maybe? Main Isle Foolish confirms what we already know for Cam, because he didn't check the binds check. Charles did. So Cam just learned where Lanky was 100% of the time. Right?
Yeah, he's not even bothering to go back there.
Yeah. He knows his own outer isles and stuff.
The unfortunate news for him, he is not going back to level 1. He's just going on to Galleon. He might not go in, I guess. Meanwhile, the move is Mini Monkey. We don't know if we need that or not, but like that's a very strong move to have.
Yeah.
Level 4 is only 10 GBs. Great.
We saw a white potion in Factory on Mini Arcade. So this could literally be barrels maybe there. It fits the requirements of SLO.
Yep.
Do we have tiny fish? Do we see a tiny fish then? I don't see a tiny fish then.
There's a lanky potion here.
Ooh, okay. So maybe the chunky lanky thing is not locked by pineapple or by peanut. Sorry.
I have a feeling that's just going to be Orang stand personally.
Oh, you know what? That makes perfect sense. This is O stand, leads to grape in the there, and then do we take grape to underground, or do we maybe take something we find in Owl Freedom? Oh, Cam's just gonna. Oh, he doesn't have Lanky. What am I saying? I was gonna say Cam's gonna skip it, but no, he doesn't have Lanky to buy it.
I think Cam really. I think someone mentioned this in Shadow, but I think Cam really wants to find pineapple because he thinks that's where Diddy's going to be. So that's why he has not gone back into forest.
Yeah, I definitely don't disagree. That big mega path hint that said the 7-8 length chunky, that to me, was it tiny chunky? I didn't see that one full, but that one to me feels like so, or at least something that leads to pineapple.
Saxophone. Another useful move, I just don't know how useful it's going to actually be in this particular seed.
In theory, the hunky to 7 thing could be for the outer aisles pound the X for key 7, so that's a theoretical use, but I still think it's much more likely that key 7 is just on apple rescue, so probably not that useful. But then again, there's a lot of like double checked areas with saxophone, like tiny 5-door ship, caves, 5-door igloo, like really like efficient places to check. So possibly we just get to use that for some better banana routing at some point.
Okay, I'm grabbing some quick bananas.
Probably pushing towards Galleon Chunky Metal. Is that what happened?
Yes. Or sorry, no,
Okay.
Caves, Chunky Metal's hinted, but Gallon Metal Rewards is key 5. So that's why they're collecting all the metals.
And we have also a Galleon Boss. We have Galleon Boss defeated too, so serves a couple purposes. This is gotta be right.
Here's key 5.
I think Cam is... Well, there we go. That's pretty nice. I think Cam is deferring somewhat on trying to solve the key 4 where Diddy thing is outcome. Just by pushing into other levels he knows he needs to do things in, which I think is a pretty reasonable choice. But I also... he does have to come to that conclusion. So, like,
right.
He needs to... I wouldn't say he's behind for not having Diddy just yet, but I do think the minute he stops pushing, which is basically after this level, he has nothing else he can do until he gets T4, which requires him to go back and get Diddy. That's when he has to make the right call. So, see if the time he has spent pushing into other levels and thinking about where Diddy could be and what he's looking for, while doing other needed things, has gotten him the correct answer. Yep, Rambi can take damage. There's a lot of enemies that can spawn in the random selection in Japes that can just damage Rambi.
Not a very efficient 45 for Cam, but he is about to get it for Chunky.
He chose this route because it finishes or terminates at a boss, so he's gonna get these 3 from Chunky and then enter the
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Key 6, just as you said. So I can imagine this is going to be a very quick rush back into here for Diddy's medal, and then we are going to see some lanky action.
Got the lobster.
But what would this
It's
be?
tiny. Don't be twirl, don't be twirl, don't be twirl, don't be twirl.
Is that green? I think that's green.
Is that pineapple? What is this? It is green. What is this?
It's
can we try
magic! It's
Twirl us, you gotta do it.
magic!
You have
They
to
don't
do
have
this.
twirl!
Okay, so we have some interesting thoughts here. This could just be triangle for 8, right? We do have Chunky as one of our helm cards, which would not remove too much from us, right? Like we would still have a pretty normal understanding of things. But if this is punch or pineapple, then we get to insert twirl into one of our pathing stuff in one of the areas, and this would be really big for Cam because doing it in this order means he gets to know something he could skip eventually, right? If this is pineapple, especially, we know that the big gigapack thing that he saw earlier is probably twirl, so he could skip looking for that.
Yeah. At the same time, though, doing this fight without Twirl is a huge pain in the butt. However, Kamerson is doing pretty good so far. No real danger of getting knocked off or anything like of that sort at the moment.
I wonder if Cam will do the damage strat here. He has 2 melons, and he hasn't taken any damage yet. For chat watching there, the damage strat here is to stand on a single one of these platforms when the fast phase of Jack here catches up with you, and just let him damage you enough times until he is ready to stop, and then you just hop off and go hit the switch. So it saves you some time, or some energy.
There's key 4, not even bothering to stick around for anything else. Not even want those 3 owl tree potions. We are just leaving.
Well, he can't get them until it's Lanky.
Oh, right. So, believers, congratulations. Lanky Kong is right here.
Very nice play there by Cam to recognize he was going to get hit by the laser beam, and quickly, instead of trying to jump off, move himself into the center of the jump square, take the damage, and knock it off. Really, really well done by Cam.
It's pineapple, you called it.
So now that big mega path we found, I think that's leading to pineapple, which means we can probably skip it, because I think that's likely to be liable to be Twirl.
This is definitely going to be interesting now, because both players, because of that decision to not get Diddy, well, Cam didn't know that at the time, but the decision not to be able to get Diddy at the first led them on totally different routes.
Yeah, we have some real divergence here, and we're going to have to see like when our runners decide to reconverge on top of each other. It might be right now. I get the sense that Cam has kind of figured out that Diddy's got to be early, and so he's going to be going for Chunky Metal and possibly even the boss. Did he do Chunky Metal? I don't think he did. And there's, as we predicted, barrel throwing is actually on that white portion over there. So that kind of giga path of Chunky Lanky is going to refer to Trombone. Oh, and Cam thinks, right. This is Cam thinking that this is Diddy.
Yep.
Gonna get some news, but you know what? That boss being pineapple and the triangle, like, it really could have been either one. The fact that it was pineapple is probably bailing Cam out here, because I think Cam now realizes it's gotta be the boss. Because we got the middle. So.
All right, Charles, where are you going? Oh, you never checked it back here.
Charles is confirming his storage, his stormy tunnel area hint, and is probably going to try and terminate.
Factory tiny dartboard.
Oh,
that throws a wrench into the other path we saw, though.
Yeah, could that be triangle? Maybe you know the good old classic key 8 only hit in one location, but actually it's referring to a different key 8 only move there. And yeah, we have a hard feather requirement now. Our runners were hoping they could be able to skip that with oranges. K-roll, not anymore.
So, testing area is path to key 8. We found guitar there, so that it does confirm that. But we also, like, here's the thing. There was 2 factory testing area past key 8. So one is guitar, so the other one is probably, yeah, like you said, it's either gonna be triangle, but it also could be one of the other 2 moves need to even get into hell.
It would be port, yeah. It can't be gone, because gone right here. Hey, look at that prediction. Go. I was right.
The cooks are wild in this seed.
I did call that Pineapple would leak this and then get on here, so I think this does mean that P7 is on. Which Charles could do, right? Oh no, he needs feather for that. Just kidding. Just kidding, he needs feather for that.
Alright, now what does Charles do here? I think he goes to Galleon. I think he's buying the 3 GBs here maybe first.
Yeah, hit 45, get your extra hit 42, right? Diddy for Cam. Cam will do the Diddy medal here now and get key 4 and go get Lanky. So he's gonna get caught up there. He also, I'm sure, remembers the potion in Japes, and he'll go get that, which will get him barrels. And then he can use that to go get the things underground. So I think Cam now has a pretty clear path forward to get to where Charles is in terms of divergence. The question is whether Charles gets to where Cam is, because Charles has a really good option here to go to Owl Tree instead and push in that direction, and we could really see that.
It looks like he's opting to go to Galleon though. Like this will get him his key 5. He knows key 5 is here, even though he doesn't have Peanut. He doesn't have very many guns, so he probably suspects he should be able to get this even if he doesn't have Peanut. We'll see what happens, but unless he leaves early or something, he should be coming out of here with key 5. Meanwhile, chat has determined that I believe they figured out that there is going to be something on Aztec Tunnels barrel for key 7, because key 7 is locked by both Mini Monkey and Barrel Throw, and Mini Monkey of course locked Hunky Chunky. Or I'm sorry, Hunky. I got that wrong. Those are the only things that it can do.
Mini Monkey locked barrels. Barrels, Hunky are both required for key 7. That does work for Aztec. The other thing it works for is Apple. And I do genuinely think that big gigapath we had for 7, 8, etc., it could also point towards Pine. So I'm thinking Aztec works, but it could also be the apples. I think. I don't see any reason that it is eliminated, is what I'm trying to say. Apple does require feather. Do we have another? Oh, I think we have an 8 in Tiny Hint. Okay. Yeah. I think maybe that it doesn't remove it.
Yeah, 8 in Tiniest Caves Mel rewards. We do know where Caves is. It's level 5, so like, I think we can get there.
Yeah, so it can't. So yeah, it can't be Apple. So it is probably going to just be the Aztec one. It's a little unfortunate. There's PTT in the shop.
It was just there the whole time. Well, the good news for Charles is that he'll get a slight time advantage on the Cam just because he has Ponytail Twirl for the fight. That does solve the Galleon Shops path.
Interesting. Okay.
I can, well, so Cam saw the Jape Shops and he probably like, okay, I need to get Lanky now. So that's what he's going to be doing.
I definitely agree with that.
I think we're getting close to their paths diverging here. I'm not really sure who's ahead at the moment.
So Charles is gonna do Mad Jack with PTT and make a little bit of time. Cam has to get Mini and Barrels and then go to Jape's Underground, and then he's completely caught up. So it really is gonna be how fast can Charles get enough bananas and then make his way into get key 5, get to the boss and beat the boss, versus how fast can Cam buy Mini Monkey, go to Factory, get Barrels, come back to Japes and get Gorilla Gone. That's the big difference, I think.
Yeah, and yeah, if you explain it like that, I feel like Charles may be slightly behind here, because he's going to be doing the entirety of Galleon plus the boss. Well, the entirety of Galleon that he has access to anyway.
Agree, and I think in some part that does mean that brain, he has to pick a medal, and I think Donkey Medal is going to be like near the end of them, like, because he has so many columns. Cam didn't have as many columns when he went in, so he got the advantage of not having to do that much.
I don't know, at the same time, Donkey's Medal is very easy to get in here. All you have to do is go in the lighthouse and then go in the Boom Blast and you have it.
It's true.
Looks like that's what he's going to be doing next year.
So here's Cam getting his key 6 and Mini Monkey.
Let's go back to that chunky, lanky Gigapath for a sec. So we know Castle Underground is on that Gigapath to Lanky Chunky. So we need to think about like what we've all gotten in this path so far. So we've gotten Ponytail Twirl, we've gotten Grape, we've gotten Pineapple. What do you think could be at the end of this path?
Okay. If Ponytail Twirl gives Pineapple and Pineapple locks O-Stand, then Grape is our final part of that thing. Which means I would check Owl Tree and see what potions I get there to see what thing to do in Underground. Otherwise, I think it has to be a Grape Underground check, of which there is only one, and that one requires, like, Sprint and Trombone, so it can't be that because we know that thing's leading to Trombone anyway. So, in fact, Grape is not a terminus. It has to be Grape giving you something if Grape is the last piece of that, which we know obviously there's 3 potions in Owl Tree. Pretty good chance that Grape gives you something via there. So I would go to Owl Tree and figure out which move in Owl Tree lets me do something in Underground. If instead...
Oh yes! Charles is going to my favorite Troffenscoff portal in the game.
The Underground one, yeah.
Though the one just randomly down here, I still have no idea why they put this in the game, but here it is.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I still think Pineapple is on the path. So, oh yeah, okay. So yeah, so it's not actually... This is what I was thinking about. The potion we found in Galleon Shop is not the correct potion.
Ooh.
It's not the potion because Ponytail Twirl leads to Pineapple. Pineapple is logically required for Gorilla Gone. Gorilla Gone's past key 8, and the hint for Galleon Shops and that whole area is not key 8. It's lanky and chunky. So, it's locked by Peanut. The only move we have that correctly points towards these paths right now is actually, Grape. So I think maybe there's Peanuts and Owl Tree. Peanuts gets us to a shop in Galleon that gives us... oh, no, because we need O-Stand. Is it O-Stand in Castle Underground? Yeah, you know what? Castle Underground has O-Stand. O-Stand gives us Grape. Grape gives us Peanuts. Peanuts gives us a move in Galleon Shops. That works. Or it's Peanut in Underground, and we get O-Stand in the Galleon Shops, at which point Grape is the end point, and we go to Owl Tree anyway. So, again, my answer is still go to Owl Tree, and whatever you find there is part of your answer. Either you find Peanuts there, and the final move answer for you is something in Underground, or you find something else there, and that's the move answer, because Peanuts is in Underground stuff, right? I think that makes sense. That's my final answer.
We'll find out if that's correct or not here as we see the almost the downfall of magic. We got one more phase left for Charles. Cam already into caves, but he does not have Gorilla Gone. So I feel like Cam is slightly ahead, if anything.
Yes, agree. Cam knows where Gorilla Gone is. I'm pretty sure he has a direct hint to it. He's gonna be able to get to it. But he's just pushing forward. I don't think he thinks he needs Gorilla Gone for anything.
Well, you need to beat the game.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Oh, we're going back into Galleon.
That's interesting. What does he think he needs in Galleon?
Well, he doesn't have peanuts, so it won't be anything there. Okay, well, now he's leaving. I can imagine Charles goes to caves now, though. Yeah.
Okay, he's going to Japes and doing the underground. I think he's figured out that the potion in the shop can never be of any use to him. If it's O-stand, then he knows he doesn't need it, and if it's Twirl, then he's already used the thing. So I think he's probably fine with that. So
I believe if my counting is correct, I believe we have a chunky metal issue in caves right now. We know that has something, but we don't have any ability to get it unless we find Punch. So we are a little... Or Triangle, yes, sorry.
Here's an interesting thought. I think they have to either or, because the only chunky move that we know we're missing is Punch. That's the thing that's behind the lanky chunky path, right? Which Chad pointed out, by the way, that the Isles Fairy box that's locked by Punch is probably, as a result, just Trombone, because that is the only remaining move for all for the path for Chunky, and so Chunky will find Trombone's thing there. That's to terminate the battle. But because of that, whatever move is on Cave's Chunky can't require Punch. So if it can't require Punch, either Triangle will be locked by Punch, or they're split. But if Triangle was locked by Punch, that would say 8. So I think Triangle and Punch are either or for that particular medal at this point. They don't lock each other. They can't.
Cam is back and forth, and I suspect we're now going to be seeing a push for some of the Owl Tree area potions, because we know there's 3 back there.
Yeah, this is the right move. This is the right call, I think. So what's back here? It can't be Peanut.
Coconut Path to Key 6. I mean, we knew that. I missed what the other one was, though, so rip.
Okay. That's one easy check that has nothing.
Ammo belt.
That's another easy check that has nothing, but is one of our potions.
Mills area has 1 potions, okay.
Hey, we have Saxophone and Mini Monkey. And we know that Mini Monkey's on the path to everything, right? It was like 7, 8, and all 3 Kongs. It was Tiny, Chunky, and Link. So this is a pretty good shout to have the actual answer we're looking for, right?
I want to interrupt you first. That was a weird sound for that saxophone.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
So this can't be Peanuts because Peanuts is locking O-Stand away.
Castle level 6. Charles wants Aztec. He is gunning for Aztec. Oh, it's another clear vial. Super duper.
Damn. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Is there even anything in Aztec where we need to be concerned about there?
The only thing that is genuine slam locked in Aztec is the grape check in llama or the tunnel.
The
right?
big wall in the back, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and lanky vulture. Yeah, so 2 grape checks. Llama temple grape shooting. Vulture grape shooting.
Well,
and
we do know that this is a way of the horde. There's triangle, so now you can get your medal for chunky and caves, so that's good there. Oh, this is not good for Cam. He's now going backwards into the path. He's just gonna be getting ponytail twirl.
The good news for him is that when he sees BTP here, it is a big information advantage now for him, or not advantage, but like catch up for him. He now knows a lot more about what the seed is saying, so it's possible for him to get a solve here.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
We do also have a potion remaining in Owl Tree, but we know it's either locked by Rocket Barrel and thus Guitar,
or
which
trombone.
can't have anything. Yeah, or Trombone and Sprint. Which, by the way, if there's a needed potion behind my rabbit, then I'm gonna pop off. Just letting people know in advance.
All right, Ash is popping off. You heard it here first.
Let's go.
In the meantime, Cam looks like he is also going to be pushing into the later levels here. I don't know if he even checked yet, but it looks like that's what his plan is. He's going to check out, see if he can get into Aztec, get these potions that Charles is currently going for.
Yes,
see what happens.
Right on. And yeah, I don't.
Don't double foolish.
Oh my. These hints suck.
And that, my friends, is a useless final hint. Well, not entirely useless, but
we have
it's
3
not...
guns. We are gonna get the monkey horn.
All right, well, for Factory and Tiny, we're pretty sure that's gonna be the dartboard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In fact, I'm gonna pre-mark that because I don't think I can't think of anything else with that could possibly be there. So.
Okay, so we know where that is. We've got this. We know where the second lanky thing is behind Punch. We have 2 of those. We know Tiny has 1 thing there. We know where all our keys are. We know where Triangle is, and that is. So what we're missing right now is Rocket Barrel Boost and Feather Bow. We know we'll eventually find Punch remaining at the end of the mess that is Grape. Do you think now that Punch is probably double slam locked in Punch is probably double slam locked here in Aztec, so I think Cam can get, maybe not logic because we don't have strong palm, but can get all 3 double slam checks in this level. So we will find whatever is double slam locked. And if it's not double slam, then I'm very confused about what's going on. So I think that because I don't think the rabbit race or the owl race can have anything because Guitar 68 and Trombone's only to Lanky. I think that's the case. So we can mark off that probably.
Yeah,
oh right,
so
we know Feathers.
So someone in chat was suspecting that Hunky Barrel in the tunnels would have something, but it did not have anything. It was just a...
Okay. What hunky checks are remain that require barrels?
Those are 2 completely different independent paths. There's Peanuts, so we got that going for us.
Okay. So that will give us Ostan. Ooh, what if, oh wait, no, but Punch is not in the path to 7, so it can't be that.
Yeah, I think the 2% minigame in Helm is definitely a real possibility now.
I agree. Or not in Helm. I agree that key 7 could just be on a chunky check that has the hunky. Right? Because we know hunky's past the key 7.
Yeah. Like it has to be.
Yeah. I don't see anything else that has that. But it does have to be a barrels lock check somehow. So a chunky check with barrels locked and you know what? Maybe it's on with Caverns Dead. Maybe it's on the one that Charles is right near here. The vases. Oh, that's not barrel. Oh, what is it?
Oh man, Cam was so sure that was it too. You could tell.
Yeah, he was interesting. Doga 2? Doga 2 mixed up?
Oh my god, if unhinted Doga 2 is in this seed, that would be bonkers.
I think that makes sense, because I can't think of a chunky check.
Is Charles going for medals? Is he going for... Because medals aren't hidden. He might be going for the boss. I think that's what he might be doing.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Apple Rescue could be it, but like it's not part of the we don't have feathers, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
right now
we're pretty sure that feather is on chunky metal in caves, and that is and that's only to 8. Probably to 8 because of the dartboard too. So that one is already answered. I think. So anything behind feather can't have key 7, as far as I understand it. And because of that, Apple Rescue is impossible because it's locked.
Cam's not going for the bananas. He's skipping everything.
Cam is doing all this super duper lock check, I think. Or not.
If this ends up being if we see a potion and this, oh my god. No way. No way, Charles, you sussed it out.
Charles is a genius. Oh my god.
This is the play that will win Charles the game more than likely. It's Dogging on 2.
Yep.
What an insane cook by Charles.
We had to sit here and go through like every possibility in our head too, and I think Charles just had nailed it down to 2 levels. 2 things, either Doga 2 or the level 7 check. So this is wild.
What a moment in the seed. Holy crap. Well, Cam is not happy seeing that group potion here. Homing ammo. Wait, is that for Mills? Is that what that hint's for? Because there's still a Mills potion we never got.
Yes, but the only homing ammo lock check in Mills is blocked by Grape. Oh my god. So is Ostan just somewhere in the wind, and the answer to where punch is left row. Is the answer to where punch is just in Lanky's attic? Is that punch? And Ostan is just somewhere else?
It'd be hilarious if it was just there the whole time.
I think it might be. I think that's what it's saying. Unless there could be another potion here. Ostan could just be on this, right?
Well, wasn't there. I said the rarer coins there. We got both coins, both company coins.
So Cam, when he buys this banana right now, is going to have 63. Charles has 7. Charles has 62. So both our runners are hitting basically 64 around the same time here. They just need to figure out the rest of the seed.
Charles gets key 6, but we're still missing quite a few moves. Well, we know where Monkey Port is, so that's not really an issue. And I think we can literally just do Helm, unless it's a 2% chunky game. But
we don't know where Rocket Barrel is. Rocket Barrel is the problem.
Oh yeah, Rocket Barrel we don't have, so never mind. Backing it up.
So the thing is, we got Triangle, we have Guitar, we have all our keys. We can logically infer where Feather is, so we can get Tiny Phase out of the way. We can logically infer where Trombone is, we can get Lengthy Phase out of the way. We know where Monkey Port is based on the hints. We have 2 chunky moves, and we think we know where the third one is, but that's like part of like the puzzle. That's a whole puzzle to solve, but at least it's hinted and stuff like that. We have gone. The only thing we're missing at this point is Rocket Barrel, and I don't see a key 8 hint that isn't already solved.
All right, here we go.
So I think Rocket Barrel might be, I hesitate to say this, but Casino. Is this Punch?
Screen, there's Punch.
All right, and so now we know Trombone is going to be on the factory lobby crate.
But will Charles go to Mills after this? He's clearly going here first because there's 3 potions, so...
I think Charles is going to see Super Duper Slam, or like a slam on the tiny thing here, and is going to go to Aztec. I think he's going to think it's Super Duper Slam the same way Cam did. And then once he sees it's not that, I don't know.
17 Golden Banana level 6, LOL.
Amazing. So Cam's gonna go to... Oh, actually, does Cam even do Underground? Why is Cam here?
Well, he asked that question himself. He just left.
Yeah, I agree with this. I think that Cam was just going to like the places he keeps hinted for, but he's now realized he has Trombone, he has Punch, that whole path is solved. Why are you in Castle? I think that's a really, really great call by Cam. Cam needs to figure out Key 7. And I think he's going to start by doing Cave's Chunky Metal, which I know he knows can't have it, but he wants to solve things he knows he needs to do.
Cave's Chunky Metal's probably Feather, yeah?
Yes, that's my assumption. And then he'll get Monkey Port from the Dark War from that. And so that solves a tiny part of that.
Charles looks like he's staying here, so I think he's going to Mills here in a second.
Yeah?
This literally could be a pure casino for Rocket Barrel. Worst case scenario right now.
I agree, but he has at least definitely solved this part of it. He's clearly running towards it.
Wait, Chunky Metal couldn't just be Rocket Barrel too, right? Because that could, in which case it would lead to Feather. I think that makes sense.
It could be, or alternatively, it's just a different metal inside a cave that is Feather, and then Chunky's metal is just Rocket Barrel, right? Like that's a possible.
Prime Punch acquired on Charles' side. He will probably just go Factory, I can imagine.
Yeah, he's gonna go Factory Lobby to get combo. There was a potion in the shop.
Combo acquired. There's Featherbow. So Rocket Barrel, I think, is a blind casino, unless it's just another thing here.
Agree.
Charles is going to be going back to Factory right away anyway.
So, do we have any negative info that we can use? We know it can't be Punch or Trombone locked. Is there anything else that we know? It can't be Coconut locked.
Yeah, let's pull up the hints here for a second.
Can't be Hunky locked. Because Hunky's only 7 in Chunky.
Can't be Gray block, like you said. There's a lot of key 8 hints. Like there's a lot of options here.
You know what could be scary? I think you clear out all of Tiny's checks in Factory. But especially you start with this one. Because this one could theoretically be Rocket Barrel Boost, and then Monkey Port could be on a different check in Factory. Because Mini Monkey is the 8, right?
Yeah, so I think you just go to the car race after this, and then you got everything with Tiny here.
Yeah, because you got the medal, you check the potion up top. Yep. Agree. Do you check Factory Boss?
I don't think they did. Good hit detection wheel, by the way.
Oh, what a check. So glad it got fixed in season 4. And by fixed, I mean I still fail this sometimes in season 4. So
the strat here is the bottom of the hit detection wheel works the best. Like the part where Cam is shooting right now does not work very well. All right, what is this? Is Monkey Port.
Okay, it is Monkey Port.
And it's just a dead check there. Strong Kong acquired by Charles.
Yeah. I think you still do the car race here. But beyond that, I don't know if we need anything else. I think I also checked Factory Boss too. But otherwise, I don't check anything this level.
All right, chat, strap in. We might be here for a bit.
So Cam is only missing key 7 behind Charles. And Charles is gonna get his feather right here now. Get Monkey Port and stuff. So
this sucks for Cam, because Cam's effectively in a double casino at the moment. Unless he figures out that he needs to fight bosses.
Yeah, it's technically like a mini casino. You know for a fact that it has to be behind barrels and Hunky, and only so many of those checks that exist. And I tried to find like, oh, are there any checks that are like, for example, locked by barrels that are like chunky mini game lock that could have the Hunky 2%, but I couldn't think of one. And so that was what led me to say Dogadon 2 in the first place. So I think Cam can make that same thought process. Cam can do for sure.
Check the bean for the fans. If this ends up being where Rocket Barrel is, chat will lose their minds. Okay, it's not. Not here. Yeah, I can imagine Cam's probably going to be thinking a bit on what to do next here.
So I think Cam actually can solve the key 7 thing, and I think that's what he's thinking about now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I know Cam. I've been in a 2-hour plus casino against Cam in this tournament. I know Cam knows to just like check everything and keep checking until you can't check anymore. So I think he's thinking about key 7 and trying to see if he can solve that. But beyond that, I think he's just he's gonna have to check all the things that are not negative information ones, right?
Right.
Board, the chances are 0% that the splat is locked by Coconut Gun logically, and Coconut Gun is only on the path to key 6. As a result, it can't hold anything until the path to key 8, and Rocket Barrel's on the path to key 8. So it's not going to be the Helm splat. It can be the Helm Barrel though. The Helm Barrel is possible.
Yeah, for negative hint information, note how Charles is not checking that coconut lock gate there. He knows that's completely not in the list of things he needs to do, so he's just skipping it.
FYI, if it is Helm, Charles, like the Helm Barrel, Helm Lobby Barrel, Charles has a huge advantage because he's the only one who can do it. Cam would have to get 67 first.
Oh, Cam is checking for, so we did get hints for 5-door ship having a potion. So this is his next check right here.
And it works because Guitar was hinted to key 8 and only key 8. And that, as far as what we know here, that totally fits Rocket Girl. And there's our underground
sand, as we suspected.
That's a white potion in 5-door ship. So we don't want that. We just straight up don't want it.
Now what do you do, Cam?
Treasure room? Minimum? And remembers that he has to actually open it with on guard first.
Yep.
I like what Charles is doing, picking all these shops.
He's not gonna stick around, it looks like.
What's the thing you always say? Check your late level Sphere 0 checks?
Yes. But I don't know if, like, this is tough, right? Because, like, I feel like Charles also thinks, like, one of the key 8 paths has to be the key to this. So I think he's also going to be going to check the potion here as well. Obviously, we know it's a clear vial, but I think that's what he's going to be doing next.
I want to point out something. I think Cam was reliving some trauma there for a second. Maybe this is a little bit of ego on my part, but Cam and I went through a 2.5-hour casino where the answer was on Diddy's Gold Tower Splat. And so I think Cam was explicitly like, I'm not listening to that again, I'm not doing that again, which is funny to me. But this can totally be the answer, right? Minimaki is on the path to literally everything in this seed except for like the first 5 keys. Technically first 6, but like, you know, first. Alright, we're gonna ask Mumbo to soothsay in the way that Connor did in season 2.
Yeah, does Mumbo have the same magic that Connor does? Or he could just refuse to save.
Call your shot, Mumbo. I believe in you.
Imagine he never hasn't watched the seed, so he just like guesses a Sphere 0 check from level 1.
I mean, that's the magic, right? He doesn't know. He doesn't know the seed. He doesn't know the hints, but he's here and he's Mumbo. He's the Mumbo token. He's got this.
I don't think this sucks for Charles because he needs to check the lanky ship, which he's probably going to be doing in just a second. But like from Chunky's room, you can't see Lanky's.
The Lanky ship? No, Lanky's ship is blocked by Trombone. Trombone's only on top of Lanky.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is he couldn't see that check. He couldn't peek Lanky's check from Chunky's room, so he couldn't see that it's going to be on that. So now he's going to be checking the other door, which he can do, and he'll still suspect that could be a unresolved potion in there.
Right. But what I'm saying is, I don't think if the potion was on Lanky's, it could never be Rock Barrel anyway, right?
Yeah, but you still want to know what's in there because you don't have bongos. So it's like back in your mind, do I have to come back here?
Right. Well, yeah, you would never need it, but yeah, knowing it's like bongos, for example, is like, oh, I can remove all the bongos checks from my possible like thoughts of where things could be. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
I feel like there's an Alta tweet somewhere for clearing hinted regions.
Yeah, they've cleared out. They have cleared Owl Tree in all effect because they got 2 potions there. The only potions that remain in Owl Tree are Owl Race and Rabbit Race. Owl Race requires the rocket barrel, and Rabbit Race requires trombone, which is only on the path to Lanky, and as a result cannot give you rocket barrel. So the third potion in Owl Tree is nothing. It's something we literally can never use. Gosh, where is this?
Alright, Canada's gonna start doing some lower sphere checks here. That is an ungodly fast beaver.
That man sprinted to his death. He's like just asking to be crushed by Donkey. So we know that Red Slam stuff can't have our answer because Red Slam will block by Grape, but Blue Slam stuff works just fine.
Charles is going for medals, it looks like. I don't think there's any suspicion, right? I mean,
Yeah. I mean...
yeah, it would just be a completely blind guess if it happened to be on a medal in Galleon at this point.
That's the ult tweet, right? You,
Yeah.
Our answers on a random medal somewhere that you have to do?
That's also looks like what Cam's doing.
I certainly think I prefer medals in Castle to medals in Galleon. Because Galleon, we did a whole bunch of them on the path to Key 5. And I know you don't really want to metagame and stuff, but if my opponent hasn't finished by a certain point and we're in a casino and, like, some of us did medals in Key 5 and it's like, oh, I got the Donkey medal, and maybe people did the other medals because they had other things there. I'm maybe thinking probably not that because people already did that. I'm probably skipping it.
But at the same time, because you didn't get Peanuts to level 7, this is effectively considered a late game Sphere Zero area. Well, not necessarily Sphere Zero. I almost freaked out, but it was Simian Spring.
You heard my intake of breath, right? I was like so afraid I was about to get like.
It could be any one of these.
I was out here being like, nah, I didn't check these. I was so afraid I was about to get completely owned by that.
So,
but no, it was spring.
Charles skipped this. And yeah, it's not.
And it can't be the Great Block one for like several reasons.
Ooh, Charles going back into Aztec. Wonder what we're doing here.
Well, we know it's not on the boss. It could be one of the medals. It could be in Tiny Temple. Tiny Temple works just fine. We know it's not 5-door. We did most of Llama Temple. We know Oasis is basically dead because most of Oasis needs Rocket Barrel. We did all the other Oasis stuff. So, a couple of tunnel things, like maybe the vases and Tiny Temple, and that's about it, right?
I think so.
And like remaining medal checks. But I think anytime you go into a level at this point, when you're like, I want to clear this level out to do my casino, you have to do your medal checks while you're there. You never want to come back.
How can we Diddy Tower? So we can safely skip that. Charles is gonna come over here anyway because he wants these blue bananas.
Mm-hmm. If this is in Helm, Cam's in trouble. It's absolutely theoretically possible that Rocket Barrel Boost could just.
Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute!
Wait.
Hold the phone!
It's grab.
Oh, it's grab.
Grab could be our answer.
It could.
It can't be for the race underground. It can't be for the. But it could be on arcade. Arcade works. DK Arcade Rocket Barrel. Smile.
That would be a nuts location. Unhinted too.
We already had Unhinted Doga 2 this seed. This seed's already a bad one. Already cursed.
All right, into the trash can we go. That's probably where the seed's going after this.
Mini monkey locked. This totally makes sense.
Yep. Just a medal. Charles back in. We are probably checking out the same spots Cam did earlier.
I mean, Sarah, you're right. I personally love a really complicated long seed with like different hitches, but this is like.
Oh no way! There it is. Wait, it could be Chippy
lighthouse.
Charge. It could be Chippy Charge.
Okay, it could be charged, but I refuse to believe that. It's not. It's never charged. It's never charged. It's
Hold.
always Rocket Barrel.
Chat, hold. It's Chippy Charge. We're still in a casino.
Bro.
All right, well, the next red potion we see is definitely going to be what we want now.
I'm mad on Cam's behalf for that one. I'm so sorry, Cam. That's supposed to be Rocket Barrel 9 times out of 10. I'm so sorry. Cam checking the wrong boss here.
Well,
really
the good news, Cam
it.
is checking bosses. So, like,
Yeah.
he's going to be getting, he's going to be getting Key 7 eventually. So I don't have any concerns there. The concern now is Charles is, like, going to be using that time to try to find, Rocket Barrel. So that's the, like, as long as Charles does not find not Key 7, Rocket Barrel before Cam gets Key 7, then it's anyone's game at that point.
All right. For the sake of a really interesting seed, show me a red potion right here. Come on. Did he?
The pearl.
Oh. All right, whatever. It's not Forest Tiny Metal.
Okay, well, there goes that cook. All right, it looks like Charles also going into castle.
No, Cam, don't skip that. Yeah. You gotta go do a castle car race. Monkeyport and Mini both are path to 8. Like,
yep.
Yeah, good. Cam, Cam, I can see into Cam's mind here, right? It's like, oh, I don't need to do this check here. It's Rocket Barrel locked, and then you go, wait a minute, it goes to a check that's not Rocket Barrel locked.
All right, here we go.
Potion?
Aww.
Nah. It could be on either the other 2 rooms. Actually, if it's on Lanky Tower, we don't have balloon. That'd be really cursed. Could you imagine?
That would, like, the amount of insanity that would be, because we're only missing at this point, as far as knowing goes, bongos, Rocket Barrel, and balloon. That's it. And of course, right. I believe it's sniper only right now, as far as logic goes. So, like, we're also missing that. Because of course.
Do we not have sniper? Oh my god, no. I thought Cam has sniper. Does Cam not have sniper on his side?
It's homing, not sniper.
Okay.
I wanted him to check it for the memes. Bongo Blast!
Bongo Blast!
Bongo Blast! Is this game gonna give us every single move except the one we need?
Oh my god, that's incredible. Look at that. Look at that lovely emote. Mr. Donkey the Kong playing his bongos.
You know what, Revan? I was telling Sarah, you've been genning too many fast seeds for the tournament finals matches. You need to gen some spice. And this is what we were given.
Gen some spice and gen like a California Reaper, or Carolina Reaper rather. We've unfortunately done Forest Tiny Metal, so not currently possible.
All right,
Sniper
time for
could-
Charles to be very disappointed.
The jump scare for Charles incoming. Charles absolutely thinks he's done right now. He's like, oh, I got this, I got this. I'm sorry, friend.
Also, Charles for not doing the cam cut because he knows his opponent is cam.
Mm-hmm.
Respect. Or disrespect, I'm not sure which. You have to check this. Yeah, okay, very good.
Let me pretend to be sorry. Let me put up the veneer of being a good person while I enjoy this misery. Alright, Cam. Where are you going? Go Aztec. Check Aztec boss. I believe in you.
Could be a thinking moment because there's a lot to think about. Like, he has bosses on his mind, so I have no doubt that he'll be at Aztec boss eventually.
Agree.
Alright, Charles probably is going to be climbing to the top as well. He never tagged Warp 4, so he has to walk out and start climbing back up. Now, it could be in the DK room. He did find Strong Kong in a Sphere Zero area, and I don't think Cam did because he never found Strong Kong.
I agree.
And it's not coconut locked because you can leave, you can get the check there without coconut. It's just that you need coconut to leave.
Mm-hmm. But because you can save exit the level, it's not a huge deal. Cam, man, you gotta get moving. I know you're thinking, I know, but you gotta get moving. Gotta get moving.
He listened. Very good.
There you go. Bro is taking a leap. You know what?
I mean, we were trying to be nice. All right, there's Bongo. Ooh, Charles did not check the DK thing either. Okay. All right, Cam is really digging down deep here for checking Diddy, whatever this is.
I mean,
oh my God, Charles is going to Helm. Charles is going to Helm. Red alert.
If it's Helm, this is now over. Cam lost the ability to catch up on that. But on the other hand, this is a possible answer. Charge was just sitting there, and Peanuts are like there's no guarantee that Peanuts are not path to 8. We don't know anything. So could this be it?
I saw the red and I almost said something, but we are going into Helm and we are checking out if it's in here. Not on DK's.
DK?
This is so insane right now.
Not tiny.
Not there. Oh my God, Cam has the same idea.
It won't ever, it's not Chunkies and it can't ever be, it literally can never be,
It can't be trombone, it's negative dog.
Yeah.
Cam is now going to Aztec. Hopefully this means Cam will be getting Key 7 shortly.
Yep. Oh, wait, this is possible, right?
Yeah, this is feather locked. We have feather locked area in here.
Oh, not this, okay. The real danger of this scene is that both of them left behind Castle Donkey Library, and that will absolutely be an answer.
Oh, they'll realize it if they're still going an hour from now, and they're like, oh no, I skipped that.
No one did this check yet. This is everything required to do this from Path 8, so this is fine. Was Chunky metal by Charles? I don't think so. Chat, our runners are both somehow, amazingly, doing checks that the other ones have not done yet. Like, we are doing non-overlapping checks, besides the fact that Cam is getting bananas and pasta and will get Key7 as a course of this, I believe.
And the ridiculous thing is we still haven't found Rocket Barrel, even though they're all doing different areas.
I think Cam's gonna head into,
I don't think we've seen Tiny Temple, have we? That's not hinted dead.
No. That's what I'm saying. I think Cam's gonna head in there to be able to get Chunky's medal, which means we're gonna see that. It's a co-op to find RVB.
Worst part about not having Sniper here is that you can't just peek the check. You have to do everything, all the switches.
Yeah, sadly, diving was way of the horde, but we need to enter Galleon regardless. So there's no indication about diving being needed for any other reason, sadly. Whatever we want, this VOD is getting archived, and you can watch it too at youtube.com/DK64 speedruns at your leisure when it's uploaded.
We have been feeding content to YouTube, and usually it appears like a week after. At the current rate we're going, I think, something like that. Yeah.
It was a lot harder to keep up when like there was races every other day, because you didn't want to do a race at the same time a race was going on. But now that the races have slowed down, we're top 3, it's much easier to get that. But we're still some races behind, I believe.
Literally any check could just be it. Oh, so remember, it's not going to be on Super Duper Slam. So, like, we're not checking Vulture here, but we need to check the Free Kong location before leaving.
Yes, the Vulture one's not it for 2 reasons. Both of them involving Grape. Slam being locked by Grape, and, well, it requires Grape on its own.
Mega Paul says Cave's DK medal. Yeah, Mega Paul did beat the 2C this tournament. I trust him. He's trustworthy.
Yeah, but I beat Mega Paul. You know what? I believe. Mega Paul's a friend. He wouldn't lie to me. Cave DK medal. Put my money on it.
Alright, we're checking boss. If there's a 4th required boss.
I mean, at this point, you kind of don't have a whole lot left.
Yeah.
Well, main aisle is foolish, and we did most of outer, and most all of Prem. So yeah, I think all of aisles is done.
I think the only real big area left at this point is caves if no one finds it.
Well, technically, Cave Citadel doesn't require rocket if you have Peanut and Guitar and Twirl and Mini, which we have, and none of those are not on the PTA. So Cave Citadel can work. Actually, wait a minute. Wait, does it 100% require rocket? I thought.
All right, we're getting Key 7 on Cam's side finally.
All right, so this is a catch up. I'm gonna check that.
All right, and Charles is we're finally going to see some overlap here. So Cam is actually not going to lose very much time.
Yeah, Key 7 was an unhinted Doga 2 on an unhinted level boss. Like, there was no guarantee where it was. It just happens that Charles checked this one about 40 minutes ago because he was looking for this answer and found the right one first one. All right, Mumbo, but we're asking you to be a soothsayer like Connor. Which random medal? Give it to us. I want to hear your guess.
The problem is if Mumbo hasn't watched all the seed, he's not gonna really know.
Not Cave City medal. Yeah, fair enough. That's true. See, LaRock gets it. That's just, it makes you even more.
Yeah. To be fair, Connor literally just showed up that one seed, said where the key was, and then left, and he was right.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, honestly, Cam is getting the actual like perfect outcome for himself here. The time he's spending doing Doga 2 that would otherwise be some lost time is being currently spent by Charles doing something that he has now already done. So once he leaves here, they're in sort of a similar situation. They've checked a lot of the same things. It really will just be a race to see. This is like exactly what Cam needed to be able to win. I don't believe Factory Lanky Medal is done.
Oh no, Charles, no! Unless you're just getting medals.
I think he's just getting Lanky Medal.
Okay.
He's gonna hop up here and get the 5 and hop down, right? Yeah.
Okay. That would have been a respect minus 10% if he checked that check.
Look, you can't minus 10% him more than this seed is already done. This seed is already in the minus 10% range.
All right, Mumble says Lanky Factory Medal.
All right, that's where it is, chat. Unless Megapol upsets him and it's on Cave's DK. Will it follow? Will it follow the same path as the seed?
Well, here's the thing, Verndash. Megapol beat Mumble in the bracket, so therefore Megapol's right. That's how it works,
That's right. But then if I make a guess, I beat Megapol. And then, so I should be right. But then Mumbo eliminated me. Mumbo should be right.
Alright, so basically the entire time Cam was finding that boss, Charles was checking things that Cam already checked. So they are effectively tied now. This is officially a casino.
Oh yeah. My guess, by the way, is what it was before. It's still Castle Donkey Liver. That's my guess. We haven't checked BFI. That's scary.
It is an option. It's monkey or mini monkey locked. Charles going back in here. What could be in here?
I don't think he checked
Oh,
free
maybe he wants medals, I think.
That too. Oh, actually, oh right, no, but Slam can't be it, so it can't be that. Oh, watch out for that.
That's kind of the nice thing about oranges, like, you don't need to worry about whipping out an instrument and wasting time trying to kill him with that.
Mm-hmm.
There is some slight benefit to oranges.
So it's not going to be here because this is trombone. But I don't blame Charles at this point for just doing whatever's in front of him. Oh, right, never mind. There's lanky balloons down here. That's why I went down here. That's so clever. Charles is a genius. I'm not second guessing Charles at all. Whatever.
Alright, so we're going to caves, and I feel like this is like the last area that hasn't really been checked, like picked really thoroughly, right?
Yeah, if it's not here, it's in something that we skipped, essentially.
You basically every move, you can do every check. Obviously, you don't want to do checks that are negative path or negative hinted dead, but the good players should know.
Cam is right behind Charles. Like, they're doing basically the same things now, especially if Cam leaves right after this, which I think he will. Yeah. Alright, basically, like, 45 seconds between these two runners.
They're going to caves too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, they are doing... This could be within a couple minutes. This could be... Like, it all comes down to what areas they check first, if it ends up being here.
We are also... here's one thing. Charles has checked a little bit more caves than Cam has. Charles has O-Sprint, so even though we're missing Balloon, this check could have it. Rainbow coin. Nope.
That check unhinted would have been so unhinged because you didn't get Baboon Balloon or Orang Sprint till now, and neither were hinted.
No. Orang Sprint is on the splat off of Igloo. Charles got it.
I meant like you wouldn't have gotten it until like this area, I mean.
Oh yeah, no. Completely unhinted, not referred to at all. Requires 2 moves that weren't even talked about. Yeah, no, it's very unhinged.
I know.
Do the same thing.
I thought Charles would have gotten at least some DK bananas there.
I think Charles might be going with DK bananas on the 2 like the donkey areas, like all the bongos checks. By the way, if it's this is also unhinged. Both Strong Kong and bongos were not hinted about in random like Fear Zero locations.
And well, that is a watermelon.
Cam is checking things that Charles hasn't seen yet. Not this.
This is literally gonna come down to who checks the right thing first.
I 100% agree. Also, it could literally be what's the word I'm looking for? It could literally be in R&D factory. Like we could have charge plus guitar be our answer.
Would be here too.
Yeah.
We had oranges. We had saxophone early.
Yep, this works. I don't think anyone ever checked the factory car race, right?
No. We are talking about wanting them to check that a lot earlier in the seed. Wait, is doing Diddy's Igloo with DK faster?
Yeah, he throws barrels faster, right?
I've been doing them with Diddy this whole time.
Oh, me too, because I always forget the switch, but I'm pretty sure he throws barrels faster. No fairy. Oh my god! Chat.
Uh-oh.
It can be here. It can be here.
How fitting would it be if this check, Ash's favorite character in the game, ended up having the item we needed, Rocket Barrel?
Give it to me. Look at that face. Look at that boy. Look at him die. Chat, that's terrible. He's watching you. He's watching you, Chat. You're really gonna hurt this innocent boy? Oh my god, they're doing it at the same time. They're doing it at the same time. Is it here? Oh, no.
High five in the rabbit golden banana. Things you will never see.
1 hour, 50-minute high five in the rabbit. They shoot that rodent. Just so mean. R&D car race. I mean, that's a real answer. We were talking about it earlier. What's really interesting is the two of them went to opposite sides of caves to go do all those like checks, and they're now back on the other side doing each other's checks, basically. No,
neither of them found it.
Exactly, it's not here. So, chat, strap in. We're gonna be here for another like 3 minutes at least.
There. Oh no, I don't want to be reminded about Qual 10. I was only able to do like 5 or 6 qualifiers, and I had to do the 2 worst ones. It was so bad.
What are the worst ones? 5, 10?
5 and 10 were the 2 worst. I think 10 was slightly worse. I think we calced it out.
I remember doing Qual 10. Qual 10 was better.
All right, Charles, where are you going?
Back in to do a medal, I guess?
Yeah, of course we started this seed by saying it could be something that starts with a J. We wanted to jinx it to give more stream value to the viewers.
Exactly. The truth is that Tudos and I have talked about this when we've commented before. The real truth is, when you see a seed that gives you amazing moves, you're here for 2.5 hours. And when you see a seed that gives you nothing, including a seed that I played during this season's qualifiers, where we had Red Slam, Orange's Start, that was it. That one was a jet. That one was just over so quickly. So yeah, I mean, that's the way Season 3 works. They give you everything, and you're there forever. They give you nothing, and you get done real quick. Alright, so we haven't seen this boss before. Charles is the first one to make it to Cave's boss. Or, no, Cam didn't check this. Okay. Cave's boss, Tiny, is Banana. Alright, he's in there.
Is there any bosses we haven't checked? I think we've checked all of them.
Factory?
Maybe Factory?
Every check that's not it brings me closer to it being Castle Donkey Library. And remember, chat, for those of you who just didn't play in Season 3, who are thinking to yourself, man, I can never keep up with these runners, you too can win a seed like this if you just call it. You call it right, you go, I would have gone to the right place. You too could have won this seed. You could be the top 3 player. Apply for Season 4.
Oh, there it is! Well, I think we can safely say that Mumbo was correct. Nobody was right.
Cam skipped that chat too.
Cam could have done that like right at the beginning. That's the word. Oh no.
I think he thinks that twirl is not on the thing. I think that's his problem.
Yeah.
Mini Monkey and Twirl were both the 8 though, because I told him to be Planet 8 and Mini was
Your microphone got really quiet all of a sudden. I'm not sure what happened, but just an FYI.
That's weird. Am I fine?
Oh, now you're good. Okay.
Okay, that's so strange.
Oh, here's Cam getting it now. This
He's
is
gonna be like
a couple minutes difference.
Yeah, like maybe a minute, maybe a minute and a half. That's okay. So maybe we have a race.
I mean, it comes down to fundamentals here. I think both these players have good fundamentals if they made it this far. It's going to be very hard to come back from this. Wow, I can't believe after all that, they're gonna be finishing within like a minute or two of each other.
Yeah. Like Charles had like a pretty big lead knowing where T7 was, but the casino ended up erasing it all and just happened to be on a random check that like was locked by 2 things in a late level, but like both those things were in the path to the 8. Pretty concerning. Ooh, Cam's got that Danganronpa 2 music. Good choice, Cam. So yeah, Cam is 1 helm room behind, basically.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Dueling stealthy snoops in different rooms.
Is this the same one? It's the same one!
Same one. That's so funny.
Well done.
The lockstep they were in for caves continues, even though they're just slightly behind each other. That's... oh man.
Oh my god, that was so funny. Rank Sprint was sprinting on time with the music.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, we have a 2% game on Charles' side.
And Cam missed his home skip.
He got splattened. Correct.
Yeah, I think the only way Cam can win this at this point is if Charles dies to... no, he's not a really good dying one. I guess gets uppercutted by K-Rool and
He would probably need to get uppercutted like twice to even have a chance,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But Charles did get both cutscene skips. That's huge.
Theoretically you could have, yeah, because like, remember Charles never picked up homing. He didn't need to because he found Punch without having to go to that side of Galleon. In fact, he never went to that side of Galleon to the shops. That's a whole section of the game that he never did. He didn't do Treasure Room, and that's basically the difference, right? Charles never went to Shipyard side of Galleon. Isn't that wild?
Welcome to bonus stage.
Right, you gotta nail these punches. That's the wild part. Okay, he's good. Oh wait, there's 2 more.
What if you're putting on the entertainment there, Mr. Nuss?
Oh, we're sweating. We gotta sweat this one out, you know.
Of course, of course. Cam gets the skip.
Right, Charles is gonna be beating phase 1 Chunky right around the same time Cam gets key 8 here.
Yeah, so I think Cam is about a chunky face behind, which is approximately a minute and a half. So yeah, that tracks. As it stands, oh no, Tiny Face is second, not last. So we're not gonna get Cam in the boot while Charles finishes. We're gonna get, well, I guess the last real skill test at this point is Lanky Phase, right? You can have a bad Lanky Phase. That can
yes,
happen.
you can absolutely have a bad Lanky Phase.
This is in Charles's hands to lose. He has an entire auto scroller to just sort of take a breath, prepare himself, and do the best Lanky phase of his life. But if he misses a banana and plays the instrument, and K-Rool walks over to him, that's like a solid 30 seconds gone, and then like possibly even more if you have to reset yourself back up. Like, one of those maybe doesn't do it, but two of those could do it. So it is theoretically possible that Cam could catch up here with some time. Just going to be a question of will Charles make mistakes? I think if Charles is honestly very good, so it's hard to imagine he would, but it's not impossible.
Alright, same phase, 2 different parts though.
And there is tiny phase for Charles. So here it is, folks. This is the sort of time frame that it needs to be. Charles needs to make enough mistakes that Cam can get through this last bit of tiny phase and into lanky phase in order to catch up. If he can get through this lanky phase, he will eliminate Cam and move on to top 2. There's 1. That's gonna hit. There's 2.
You have good banana placement in the phases here. You can play the instrument right away.
And that looks like 3, which means this is going to be a GG for Charles with Cam in the boot, as is tradition.
GG.
What a impressive race on the side of both of our runners. Cam is essentially a lanky phase behind with like a little bit of extra time.
Let's go ahead and pull Charles in here. Mornin Charles, GG's, and congrats.
Alright, GG's. Thank you.
Saying the meme out loud, it makes me realize that meme is so much worse than I thought.
Alright, well...
So,
you go
how
ahead.
How do you feel about the race? I mean, as much as you can feel about any casino.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that was stressful. It's always and it was there wasn't many items you could like. It was punch, grape, hunky. You could deduct from the search. An O stand, which wasn't many.
And coconut. Coconut.
Oh yeah, coconuts as well, yeah. And
but
not
yeah,
a lot of foolish hints.
No, the seed had like what, 2? There was a series of shops and main aisle. I think that's all it was.
Gallon Caverns too, but that was it.
Oh right, yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah, and all the scarrings were no good.
So I did want to ask you about key 7. We noticed that you solved that, at least from our perspective, pretty well. Can you talk us through like your thought process on how you solved where key 7 was?
Well, I knew Feather was gonna be path to 8. 8, yes, 8 and tiny. So, not Apple. And I was gonna check the tunnel check, which is the only check that is like hunky and barrels. And if it wasn't that, it was gonna be Duggan too. So it just had to be a boss.
That makes sense to me. And what was Aztec a boss that you were checking in particular, or did you just happen to be there when you found out it wasn't the tunnel one?
Yeah, when it wasn't the tunnel, I just... Well, let's just go for this boss, why not?
Oh
All
my
right,
goodness.
Kamerson's in here as well. GG's.
You first checked the key 7 location? Because it could have been any like boss after like level 3 and forward, except for Galleon, because that was Pineapple.
Yeah, but I was checking the tunnel check, and if it wasn't that, I knew it was gonna be a boss. So I was there, so
I pieced it together like at the hour 25-minute mark that like, oh, it's Dogadon too. That like that entire time I was too busy worrying about like the Rocket Barrel Casino that like during that I was also racking my brain around where key 7 could be, because I just forgot about Doga 2 as a possibility for like the longest time, and it was like, how does Barrel plus Hunky lead to key 7? Like I just could not figure it out. Because I checked everything pretty much Hunky related, and also associated with barrels. Because yeah, and then as soon as I realized I was in Castle, so I did the Castle boss check and the Aztec boss check. I pretty much well cleared Castle for Rocket Barrel and Aztec and Caves.
So
and
I know you
a little bit of Galleon.
I know you two were 20 minutes behind, so you probably have some time to talk about it. But you two were on top of each other to the point you got key 7, right? You get key 7, and you're maybe 45 seconds behind him leaving Aztec at that point. You both go into caves, and you're checking different sides of caves. And in the end, Cam, you walked past Rocket Barrel to go do the cabin side first, because Charles went to the other side first. You did cabin side first. So if you had actually done that first, you would have been ahead of him.
I just wasn't thinking about it.
No, yeah. And then that happens, right? Like, you ended up thinking about it at the end. It ended up being, like, the last thing you did in caves. Similar for Charles, but Charles had that, like, 45-second lead on you. Plus, Charles had been into caves very briefly to get O-Stand before, so, like, there was a couple things he had done. So the lead built to about, like, a minute and a half-ish from that. But basically, you both checked that check last and found it there. So that's really the only difference. Like, it was, for all the casinos, an incredibly close seat as a result.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought for sure it was gonna be Rocket Barrel in the greenhouse, and it was Charge.
Yeah, me too.
That was a great moment.
The last few games for me in like the winners and losers finals have been kind of stressful for me, with everything that's been happening, and I'm kind of relieved to be out of the tournament now, to be honest.
I mean,
well, you did an incredible job.
Thank you.
You got the same placement as last year, so like it's a lot better than a lot of others.
Dude, that bronze donk badge on Discord, we're gonna be closer acquainted.
We might as well rename that badge to, like, the Kamerson Place badge or something at this point.
And I'm gonna aim for third next year too.
If finals are too stressful for me, just eliminate me in third place. I'm done.
Yeah, exactly. It's like as soon as I reach like the third place, I'm gonna like throw on purpose to keep my bronze boy.
Actually, Charles, you're really lucky it was Charge there, not Rocket Barrel, because Cam actually got to that about like 5 minutes before you did. He was inside there. On the other hand, I don't think Cam had key 7 yet, so it would have been a question of how fast Cam got key 7 to that point. But
I think Cam knew it was on a boss event, like at some point before, right, Cam?
Yeah. It was at the 1 hour 25 mark that I figured it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that when you checked the castle boss?
That was like I pieced it together right in my mind. I think I was like climbing castle at that point. And I looked over at my timer. I was like, I'm just so like I could point that out during interview. Of when exactly I realized where key 7 has to be. Oy, oy, oy.
So I do want to say, Cam, you obviously did an incredible job.
Thank you.
You know, this is your like last match here. So if you have anything you want to say to the people watching, to the people who will watch this later on, you know, any like last words and stuff like that, this is a a chance for you to kind of like say whatever you did. You did incredible. I'm super impressed by you. So whatever you want to say, floor is yours.
I'll praise the bean.
Did you find it?
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I walked into it.
Unfortunately, I could not find the bean this seed. That's the real reason why I lost.
Yeah, I didn't find it either, and I cleared so much.
Yeah.
I feel like there
But
was.
yeah, for real, this was a fun tournament. I'm not entirely sure if we need like the best of 3 for like the winners and losers finals. Just because like that's a lot of games to play, and like and if I somehow won this somehow won and got past Charles and went to grand finals, I'd have to play another best of 3, and then if I won that, then there would be a bracket reset, and that's a best of 3. It's like I know
It's a lot of donking.
it is a lot of donking, and I'm never gonna say there's no such thing as too much donking. There is such thing as too much stressful donking.
Sorry, I'll tell Sarah not to make bangers like these anymore.
And also the other reason I'm saying that is because I won game 1 versus Kilvaris, so I would have gone to grand finals if it wasn't best of 3.
Oh god.
Very
yeah.
fair. Speaking of grand finals, Charles, congratulations on making top 2. You were the number 3 seed going in, and you're going to be facing the number 4 seed for the chance to be the new reigning champion of Donkey Kong's main standard season. How you feel?
Oh, I feel pretty good. Surprised to getting this far. I thought for sure Alpha was gonna knock me out earlier, so I'm happy.
You're a great DK64 Randomizer player. I like predicted you to win this tournament, so I mean,
I'm okay with this.
it didn't happen in winners bracket because that's basically where the predictions are for, is just the winners bracket and nothing past that. But
I will say that
I still do
my
predict you to
winners
win.
bracket says Charles versus Cam. Sorry, versus Kill has been defined.
I was gonna say if it was Charles versus Cam, I feel like you would have won the prediction.
No. It was Charles versus Kills was my finals prediction. It was pretty impressive. And yeah, I mean, you've clearly put the work in, Charles. Like, you were an incredible runner, and I'm sure I and everyone else are looking forward to the matches between you and Kill, because you have very similar like speedy playstyles, and I think it's going to be very, very interesting and tight in terms of matches.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you kind of had to adapt to that, to playstyle, to whoever you're playing. You know, if you're going up against Kilvaris, you have to play aggressive as well, because he's going to play aggressive.
I think it depends.
yeah, it depends, but I like to do that.
Like you definitely want to like adapt your playstyle if you're playing like a 1v1 game, like a fighting game, something like that, where you're facing each other, and like your opponent's actions, you have to study them and counter them. I feel like when it comes to like DK64 Randomizer, it's just you versus the seed, and whoever gets a faster time basically wins. And I get, because like for what I did against Kilvaris was like I had a feeling I couldn't outspeed him, so I just like went and like did my usual like full clear strategy instead, just in case there was a casino. And it paid out for me in game 1, but not the other 2 games.
I also have another question for you, Charles. What is that cat on your stream? I've been dying to know forever. What is that cat on your stream?
It just I think it's some kind of links or something. It was, I don't know, probably 15 years ago by now. A friend linked it to me, and we found it funny, and it's stuck around ever since.
What were we talking about?
Go to Charles' stream.
Okay. Let's see.
Because
it's
we've had to
incredible
watch
picture.
you
Oh,
do all these
Oh.
matches with that. It's like, what is this thing staring at us?
And then on my stream, I have a little me holding a controller piece of art in the bottom left.
Yeah, I think that art's pretty cool. I really like it.
Thank you.
Especially the glasses. I think the glasses are real cool.
Yeah, it's my little trademark. I like the
Yeah.
little rainbow infinity glasses.
Mhm.
When you said cat on Charles, I thought you were talking about like Charles's Discord avatar, which is just Garfield.
Gurf, gurf.
I hate Mondays.
It's on theme. It's on theme. Do either of you have anything else you wanted to talk about with the seed? Anything you guys were like, oh, I really hope they ask me about this when we get into interview?
Not that I can really think of. Most of my mind was just like directed towards. I do feel like I kind of played that seed a little bit sloppy in the beginning because like there was just a lot of hints and I was like, where do I go?
Well,
like you saw, I went to.
Go ahead.
So I went to Castle and then like I pieced together in my mind like, oh wait, that's probably O stand. Leave.
Well, I'm sure Charles was hoping we weren't going to bring this up, but Charles died trying to get into DK's barn in Forest, so...
Yeah, I was just
No.
gonna mention that.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up here because I think it's like 5 a.m. or somewhere Charles is. So, thanks all for watching. This was the losers finals. Just confirmed Charles is moving on to the grand finals where he will face Kilvaris. Obviously Kilvaris on the winner's side. So if Charles wins the best of 3, there is a bracket reset match, which is also best of 3. So plenty of donk ahead if there is a lot of games that go one way or another. Thanks to Ash for commenting with me. Thanks to Sarah for race modding. And thank you to K-Man for doing the tracking for this seed. This was DK64Randomizer.com. Follow us, like, and subscribe. And we will see you when this first match is scheduled for grand finals. Morning.
Morning.
Earn it.
I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys over to Alter Mentality, who does a lot of our custom music. So give
Nice.
her a wave.